Hey everyone, this is going to be a quick video. It's easier for me to do that than it is for me to just write a bunch of stuff on Facebook. But I wanted you guys to go, and I'm posting some stuff on this Mandela Effect, and I'm just learning about it myself, and I don't understand it all. But I know that they're changing words and phrases and all this stuff, and it's almost like a manipulation. And you think about it, I mean, now the norm is to lie, manipulate, this whole narcissistic thing, and it's just the way the world is now. Everybody's pretty much accepted that. My ex-husband used to say that if he believed it was true, then it was true. So it's kind of it's that pathological lying thing that if you convince yourself that it's true, then it probably is. And sorry, I have this hair. It's like sticking up. Anyways, but y'all need to study some of this stuff, because if you study the CERN, you understand. This is what I've been trying to warn you guys about what they're doing. I think it's Saturn. I can't remember. Saturn and Earth were connected, like on top of the Earth right before creation. And that is the only time that they've ever connected, they say. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to join the two planets to open up this portal to allow these aliens to come in through this portal and into this. They're opening up this other dimension thing. Well, I don't know. I mean, this stuff is so funny. At the same time, it's insanity. But the people that are doing this are psychotic. So they've got demons in them. I mean, that's when God said we were dealing with spiritual warfare and principalities of darkness that we can't see. He meant it. And so these demons and fallen angels have been living in the Hollywood people, just like he confirmed this for me and so many things since October, since I did my video, that demons were living in politicians and in Hollywood people, and that is what is going on. And I thought it sounded so crazy at the time, but I've had it confirmed over and over and over again. So what they're doing is they're opening up this portal, and this portal is allowing these aliens to come through, and they have to, and I said this on my video 2 days ago, they have to create a perfect environment for this new hybrid of people, of being, because that's one of the reasons that they're doing this mass depopulation. They want to create this perfect environment, perfect world for this being, this perfect being to come in. I personally think that the abyss has probably already been unlocked. When Yellowstone was smoking, the last time they fired up the CERN, the Yellowstone was smoking like crazy. I mean, I think they're purposely, intentionally setting this thing off. And they kept saying that they were going to break through this veil soon. And when they broke through this veil, it was going to allow this to happen. that the chances of a rapture happening, if they were going to happen, would probably happen then, because it's going to cause sudden destruction. So I've just been kind of waiting. I was thinking this summer they would probably try to do this, and this sounds crazy, but now that they're doing this manipulation thing with the wording and stuff, it's almost like they're trying to convince us they've opened up this other dimension, and now we're going crazy. I remember I said I'd been so fatigued for 2 weeks. I just have not been able to get out of bed, and I eat and I sleep. I eat and I sleep. That's all I've been doing. I can't function right now. And I didn't know why. And then today I did the weirdest thing. I just was sitting here, and I was actually studying my Bible, and I literally thought it was Sunday and it's Tuesday. And I've never done this before. I literally just like freaked out. I had to look at my phone. I'm just literally staring at my phone for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, there's no way it's Tuesday. And I could not remember anything. I was just like, wait a minute. My son came over yesterday. That was Monday. So, but I literally felt like it was just Sunday. Like I went to church like yesterday kind of thing, So I don't know what is going on. Maybe they're trying to make us feel like we're going crazy. I know it made me feel like I was going crazy, but I think some of us are being affected more than others. My mom had called me yesterday. We were talking, and she said, I am just so depressed. I don't know what's going on with me. She goes, I have not been this way in years. And my ex-boyfriend was going through it again. We have to remember the CERN brought out the worst, anything in people that they had not dealt with, unforgiveness, anything. It was going to come out like, 100 times worse than it was, probably more like 1,000 times worse than it ever was. So that's why we had to deal with our stuff. And that's why God kept telling me to tell you guys to stop drinking, to get off of addictions, and stop taking medications, because you weren't going to be 100% coherent to know if it's God with a capital G or God with a lowercase g. Well, I think after watching the fifth wave, I think they're going to try to stage this with holograms. They're going to try to stage this, and I might be wrong, stage this whole alien encounter, and they're going to set off Yellowstone, and that's how they're going to say that these aliens are here. And, Hitler is going to go to Area 51, and they're here, and they want us to conform to them and accept that this is the way we're going to save ourselves. And this is, I know it's so insane, but it's almost like they're staging this. Like, these demons have really been living in people. These fallen angels have been living in people as they've been cloned and all this stuff. And like, we're not going to know the difference between, an alien and a real person. And then they're going to kind of set up our military to turn on us and kill us, the Christians and the Jews. I think that's what they're going to do. When I was watching the fifth wave, it just made perfect sense. That's what they did. They had them killing the people who were innocent, that were the leftovers, that were real people. And they figured it out. But I think something like that could possibly happen. I do. I just do. I mean, this whole CERN thing, I'm starting to wonder if it's, we've talked about this since the CERN started getting fired up last April. There were birds chirping in the middle of the night. We had, 3 rainbows, 2 rainbows. We had 3 suns, and, things were just weird. And that would do it. I mean, if you are colliding these particles together and you're trying to recreate this Big Bang Theory all over again, and they're trying to play God, I mean, that's going to mess up the universe. It's obviously setting out these earthquakes, these huge earthquakes when they fired this thing up. They fired this thing up on March 8th, and people have just been different ever since. I mean, I've been fatigued, and luckily all my bad stuff's been dealt with, but like, I've been really exhausted, and that's just something I fight anyway. So it's probably just the one thing that is bad. But I had a friend of mine ask me if I felt like the abyss had been unlocked, because they had been seeing shadows, and their kids did not know. Their kids were seeing shadows and things, black things, and their kids don't know what this is because they don't want to tell them. But I have friends whose kids see in the spiritual realm, and I can't help but wonder if the abyss has been unlocked. And I mean, because I told you I felt like I was being attacked the other night. I had another friend message me and told me she's getting woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she felt like something was breathing on top of her. You guys, don't be afraid of these demons. You cannot be afraid of them. You have to take authority over them through the blood of the cross, because you have to take authority and tell them to go, because they play off fear. So don't ever, if you're ever in a dream and you can't wake up, you just cry out to Jesus, and he will save you from this. But I can feel God removing himself more than I have ever felt it before. And I started feeling it really, I guess, last September, October, I started feeling it, and it seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse by the day. And I am home, and I'm still, and I have no chaos, and I have so much peace in my life. And I spend 24/7 with God. There's really not anything else I could do to hear the voice of God. And I can just tell you that it is really getting hard to feel his presence here. And there's some crazy things going on right now. But these fake spaceships that are going to, when they come to abduct us or come to, save planet Earth or whatever, they're using this Project Bluebeam to do this. And they're going to do holograms to make it look like there's a fake rapture, and then there's fake spaceships and stuff. So just don't play into this. Just don't. you have to understand these people that are doing this are being controlled by demons. They are on drugs. They it's like that Eyes Wide Shut movie. I mean, they're just being controlled by demonic spirits, and they worship Satan. It is psychotic. It is really, really, really psychotic. And I might sound crazy for discussing it, but you guys need to watch this Mandela Effect, because it's really starting to blow my mind. Because after what happened today with me waking up and thinking it was Sunday, what was I thinking? And it was that way from the time I woke up, because I thought, why are they working at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning? I am just losing it. I'm not a person who just doesn't know the day of the week. I'm pretty sharp. I've got it together, and I honestly did not know the day of the week. I called my sister and she said, I think you need to quit taking that boric acid. So I quit taking it 4 days ago, but I wasn't feeling good, and I just thought maybe that was it. But something's not right. And my mom and dad are having trouble. Like I said, my mom's regressed with depression, and my dad's not doing really well, and they were doing great. So something is going on, and we've watched somebody that we knew in our family, my grandmother's husband, who was a very, very deeply spiritual man. I mean, great relationship with God, and he became demonic overnight. Like, we just don't even know who he is. And so there's a lot of changes going on right now. So be aware. This is why I have told you guys so many times that God has made it clear that being equally yoked is so important right now. That because we will get pulled down into this. That's why God removed me. That's why I think God removed that person from my life, because it was so abrupt out of nowhere. And it's like he just pulled the plug. And he said, you know what? I'm getting you away from this. You don't need to be around it. I am taking you and removing you right now. And that's exactly what he did. So you guys be prepared. I mean, if you're not going to remove somebody from your life that's bad for you, God's going to do it for you. If you're part of this remnant and you want to be saved, you're going to have to take people out of your life that are not on board with you. You're just going to have to. And it doesn't line up with the word of God saying that, it's okay to throw a marriage away or a relationship away, but it does talk about us being equally yoked and how important it is. And the more I find scriptures on this, the more I realized it was for this time. God was making it very clear it was for this time, because anybody that's not equally yoked with us, they're going to pull us down. And times are just different. We're in Revelation, you guys. We are living in Revelation. And I do believe we're in the tribulation. And I know you don't want to hear it, but that's the truth. So, like I said, be a Berean. Get in the Word of God and let Him speak to you. But His voice is very faint right now. And the more this Antichrist spirit comes on scene, the more quiet he gets. And we're under the judgment of God right now. And it's getting ready to go down, and it's getting ready to go down bad. So don't have fear. Don't worry. Just stay in the Word of God. Just pray. Stay prayed up. Stay prepared. Get your house in order. Do things you need to do. But there's some dimension stuff going on, because, like I said, I'm 45 years old, and Caleb just said that, but I'm 45 years old, but I don't forget the day of the week. That's pretty crazy. My sister was like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. So it's just been kind of crazy today. So anyways, just keep your eyes on God. That's all we can do. But just watch those videos and let me know what you think, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.